Okay, so here we are at the 2 point what acres? 2 point, what is it? 2.1 or something?
I think it was
like
just
that?
2, wasn't it?
No, it's 2 point something. Anyway, so this is the pond. Over there is where they have the electricity. So there's a space for an RV. I don't see that there's a space to build a home on this property.
2.9, 2.09. So 2 1/10 acres.
It probably goes up this mountain here, and it is, you know, almost straight up there. So how would you build a house there, you know?
Well, you build the back of the house into the mountain, and you put struts out this way, you know, and then you have the creek run under your front porch.
So there's the pond.
And this is where they built their isthmus for the RV, which caused the pond. They actually built a little dam here.
And there's like a runoff here. There's a runoff here.
Yep.
For like a little creek, which
There's lots of work need to be
it's
done.
kind of
that's
dry
for sure.
right now, but
Yeah. And until this pond overflows, the creek doesn't run.
I see a little water down there on it.
Yeah, but that's just another little creek spot. That's not a...
There's a blue thing. You know what that blue thing is down there?
a bucket.
It's a bucket?
Somebody just threw a 5-gallon bucket down there, and that's all.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like the RV had a little pipe set up for gray water to just dump the gray water on the ground. And then they probably kept their sewage in their house and then just pulled out whenever it would fill up. So that's what we would have to do.
Now, one of the things I have prayed for is water, of course, for wildlife and stuff. And
yeah,
this has that, but
yeah. But you'd have to come up here with
you have
some
to have a
heavy
lot of
equipment to clear this out.
cleaning out of this.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this piece of flatland here is big enough for us.
Yeah, it would be a tight fit to get the RV and
We have
trailers
2
on
storage
here.
trailers with our stuff, and the RV, and our 2
shed.
cars.
And our 2 cars, and we'd have to have a shed to put all my equipment
And
in.
I want a home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could your friend build you a home there? Your
Yeah,
friend?
well, he's not a home builder. He's a
remodeler.
remodeler, but he's a full general contractor. So yeah, he could build a home. You know, I'm sure he could get that. You just have to pull permits and get started and have money.
Which might be way more money building there than what we have access
and it's
to.
only woods at the top of that hill. There's no other road access up there. So you'd have to take all your materials up this hill. Which is probably why you would have to buy the 3 acres next to it in order to have the road that would go up that hill at an angle.
There's another piece of property either up this hill, either up there or down there.
Yeah, 3 acres.
And we've got pretty fall colors. There's probably wildlife that does come through here.
And there is no assistance for down payments.
And the other thing is too, the electricity right here is not 50 amp. We've been plugged into a 30 amp for a long time, and our electricity will like click off because our RV is a 50 amp. So if we use the heat and try to use the stove at the same time, it clicks off. So, but Donny already checked, and this is a 30 amp. So that would have to be upgraded. So we might have to keep looking, I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's big enough. because there's water, and there's a ditch creek right there. And so it's kind of like a triangle here of what is actually something you could park on with your RV and whatever. Now the people that had this, they were using this as a vacation spot. They were bringing their RV over here and leaving it here, but I don't know.
That first house we went to accidentally? It's right here at the top of the property. So this property does go up to the top. So if we cleared the land up there and had a different way of getting to it, to build something up there that would overlook and have a beautiful view, it's possible. I'm just looking at the aerial view, and
if you're looking to buy in the Smoky Mountains, this is what you find for pieces of land. This is what they're willing to sell you. Some of them don't even have any kind of frontal. That's what you have to check for. Donnie, explain that. See,
okay,
this has frontal. This is frontal.
You've got to have frontage.
Frontage.
You've got to have frontage to build.
Because you have to be able to get to it.
Yes, and she sent me an email of the frontage.
So this has, this much frontage. But I mean, you could put a small tiny house on this maybe. I don't know what the restrictions are, but they said that the county did come out here and approve some things. What was approved for this? Do you know?
No.
They have to figure out if you can have a septic, because you're not supposed to have water, a septic tank so close to water. 50 feet or
50
something.
feet, yeah.
Okay, so there's not 50 feet. That's not 50 feet from there to here, right?
No.
So where would you put a septic tank, honestly? There's a pond. I don't know where you would put a septic tank.
Yeah.
It's very odd to me. I don't get it. Anyway, so not
all right,
sure
so
about
let's
this.
go this way, because are you on a live?
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm just recording.
All right, so you want to pause it for a second, because we can walk up here to the edge of the property.
Well, let's just walk on the video.
All right, so I am now looking at the survey that was sent to me by my real estate agent. Okay, there's right there is the pond. See the word pond? There's the pond, there's the pond. This is where we're standing right here. Okay, now that little squiggly line right there, this is the creek. Okay, so
you can't really make it out on the video, so it doesn't help for you to point at it.
Okay, so it's this piece of land, this creek. Bit me again. Man, I hate that. Tell you to go off.
By the way, it's like a one-lane road getting up here.
Yeah. I could get washed out.
So, which is kind of, would be scary for me if I was driving the one-lane road, because Donnie knows I freak out about stuff when it comes to that kind of thing.
Right.
This whole thing, okay, so this pond goes back. You can see the water still going here.
Yep. All that would have to come out. All that wood would have to be cut and stacked. Now, according to this is 140 feet. So we're about 140 feet right now from the place we were standing.
Well, there's still pond here. Is this pond all on one?
No, that pond stops right there. This isn't pond, that's just leaves. Okay. So this says this is where the track goes that way. Let me see how many acres this one is next to it. Oh, this is 4.5 acres. Okay, so let me see what's over here. There's the 3 acres. So the 3 acres is below our property. Yes, the other thing's for sale. So
that is like straight up the mountain, folks, right there. Straight
Yeah.
up the mountain.
But this is actually not so bad. This is plenty. I mean, all we'd have to do is fill this in to have a whole bunch more land. And we could push the pond back or over or whatever and fill this in. That's, you know, and if we dug the creek a little bit, then the creek would run to the pond and this could all be developed land, you know. So that's certainly possible. At least it's not straight up from the road on the other properties we've been at, but straight up is over there. So now it says it's 260 feet that way. So 260 feet would definitely be up. 100 feet would be across here, and another 100 feet would be up that hill. So we've got that hill too. And of course across the top of the hill. So yeah.
I don't even think bears would want to climb that hill, honestly.
But neither would we would be safe from any storms. And the only thing we'd have to worry about is water coming down the road.
Looks like they have
And
a
there's
house.
an RV up there, and they've already got their permits. The real estate agent was able to share with us that the house up the road has been permitted.
Here's what's a big old rock or something over here. Yeah, that's a big old rock right there. See that rock? Big old rock. And then there's a bucket attached to a tree back there. See that bucket attached to the tree? That is different.
Is that a maple tree?
I don't know. So I was wondering, are they trying to get maple syrup out of there?
Somebody's doing
So
something.
there's the property down at the end of the road.
Oh, there's Donna. Hey ho!
So Donnie thinks about this is the end of it right here.
Right.
So then this is just, what is that called?
A runoff. This is a gully.
Or gully runoff.
Right. But it's flat. It's got a lot of earth in it, so there haven't been any floods. The stones in the creek are over on the other side, up against the mountain.
We don't think a bear can even climb up there, or would. Maybe he could, but we don't see bears climbing up steep things like that. So we do not think that
They go where the food is, not where the climb is.
the property owner has walked up there to see what's up there at the top. But supposedly we're thinking that the property goes straight up there like that. So what you can do, drop a house in at the top. I mean, you can't have building materials go up here. So there's a property up there,
Right.
and you'd have to use their property to bring your materials up.
Right.
You'd have to pay
You'd have
them.
to get legal permission,
You'd have to pay them or something.
and you're not taking a tractor up there. That tractor's going to have to be dropped at the road and climb on its own. You could not trailer what's needed up there to clean the land. You'd have to have it climb up there on its own. So this pond,
If you want to live in an RV and only live in an RV on 30 amp, you know, this might
oh
be
yeah, we'd have to upgrade it to 50 amps.
this might be perfect for you. But ours is a 50 amp, you know.
And
so
we've been living on 30 amps, and it trips every once in a while.
it does trip when
You can't cook it.
when we
you
use
can't
the
cook
heater.
and run the dryer.
Yeah, when we use the heater and everything at the
Yeah.
same time.
We have to deal with that. But
And it's a one-lane road getting up here.
yep. Oh no, it does have 50 amp,
Oh, that's 50 on that side?
and 30 on that side, 50 on this side.
Okay.
All right, so we're good to go 50 amp. I didn't realize it had a second socket over there. Yep. Plug-in camper.
You can see it's the flat area is not very big.
And power is off. Wow. But this would get us out of a campground. And this would give us our own place.
They are selling the campground for $1.3 million, so we have to move quickly.
Yeah. And
we'd have to park 2 trailers, 25 foot and 35 foot long, and a 36-foot RV and 2 cars on this little triangle.
this little pie slice. I could do it though.
And then, see, I mean, that's how much of it the car takes up.
Yeah, there'd be 1 car here, 1 car here.
You know?
Let me step this off here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 25 feet right there. And I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 35 feet, and we got a 36-foot. And it could sit over, the back of it could sit over the top. So yeah, we could back the RV right here. It would need 10 feet, which is 4 steps. So it would need 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So the RV would go right here. And then 1 trailer could go that way, and 1 trailer could go right here. And we'd have parking right there. At least we'd have a foothold. And we'd have something we own. But we have to find out the rules and regulations of what we can build here.
It sold for $6,000 in what, 2000?
Or was it 2000? I was just looking at that.
Something like that. It sold, and now they want $65,000 for it. I mean, that's how the crazy prices are in this Smoky Mountains, folks. So the people, maybe those people that bought it for vacation bought it for $6,000, and now they want $65,000. I don't know if they're the ones that bought it for $6,000, but it is quiet. It is quiet here. You might see bears walking up and down this road. I don't know if that's for sale over there or not. If it did, somebody would have to build something in this area, probably, because that's up and that's up. But neither one of those is as steep as this. This is like almost straight up.
Yeah, I would say it's about that, yeah. I would say it's about that angle right there. I was thinking I'm going to climb up there and look at the top. Wait, I did that one time when we were looking at land. I'll never do that again. Because you can't see it on television, in your TV screen. Yeah, don't forget, we got to check. I don't see any ticks or bugs. Okay, so that's good. Do you want to cancel the offer, she asked us. See, you can, if you clear that out and you take all this dirt and fill in the pond, you would have a lot more pond, and then you could make the pond smaller and up that way, and then the creek could run right here, and you could have a little porch.
If you had a builder, you could probably do this. You're not a builder, and neither am I.
And a good couple $100,000 just to develop the land.
Yeah.
But, you know, and if we could get to the top of the hill where you could have a view, then that would make that home much more valuable. If you could have a view.
If you found, why don't you bring your friend out here, and have him
see what he can dream up.
You. So, anyway, this is where we are at the moment. This is what we're looking at the moment. I hear dogs back there now barking real loud.
He's not happy.
Yeah.
That's a very loud.
All right, so that's it for now.
Okay.
So this property goes into this creek area. There's
100 feet.
100 feet this way. But there's no flat land here, so I mean, I don't know what you do. Not that somebody who knows what they're doing, a builder, could probably build you a home right here.
Yep, and it would be beautiful.
And then that would be your parking lot over there. But we've got two big storage trailers, you know. I don't see how, we don't have the money to develop this. So it can't be for us unless we won the lottery. And if we won the lottery,
we probably wouldn't pick this.
we'd pick something else.
Although if I won the lottery, I think I would buy it, and I would develop it.
All right, hold on. Now see this, where that tree came down? That tree came down, and they had to cut it up the hill where that house was. They had to cut it down themselves because the road people will not come here and cut things like that. So they're stranded if they don't cut it down themselves. So they had to do that last winter. Because we did talk to somebody who lives up the hill, and that's what he told us.
And then this is the 3 acres that's for sale. This whole gully.
This
and
whole
straight up.
The gully and straight up is 3 acres for sale. That's what you're looking at, folks. You're trying to buy land in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, they're out of flatland. It's only mountains that are left to build on.
Okay, so this is the drive down from that property that was for sale. It's a dirt road.
You can see on the right here, people are developing tiny cabins and places to rent, probably.
You can't see it on the video. It's not showing on the video.
See, they built, almost looks like that RJO thing. Real steep roof. One single door kind of cabin.
They're building it themselves.
RVs, definitely no restrictions here. RVs and trailers. She said don't. If you want to make an offer, she said don't. Make sure you go see the land first before you make an offer next time. The road is not bad. The location is very good.
This road is actually better than some of the roads that we went to. At least there's an access to get to a part of the property here, which wasn't available.
And like one of them was like a 15-minute road just to get there.
All right, so that's the end of it right there, and then here's the paved
Don't
road.
forget,